Hi there, Libra. Hope you're having a great mid-month, almost mid-month of December. I'm new to YouTube, so hope you enjoy this first video with me. Shuffle the deck a bit. I'm feeling an energy of wanting to get things in order, wanting to align things in some way, maybe preparing for some things, steps, stages, but in a way with a clear mind. So, being clear-minded about something. Okay. Now, we're going to be doing the Celtic cross today. We're going to be setting it up a little bit differently though than I think is usually done. So we're going to have the first card as your distant past, the next card as your recent past, the card following that as your present energies and situation, the card following that as what's helping or hindering you. The card after that is your near future. Card after that are your hopes and your fears. The card after that is your final outcome. Then I'm going to be crowning the reading with 3 cards. The first being the energies that you've been harnessing that has led you to your current state, current position. Next to that, your environmental energies. And next to that, the most likely outcome. I like to look at it as the energetic pathway that you're kind of on and moving towards given these other energies. So without further ado, let's just give this one last shuffle. And begin. Distant past. Recent past, current state, what's helping or hindering you, your future, your hopes or your fears, final outcome. Wow, look at that. That's the exact card that Pisces got, actually, for their final outcome. Interesting. Let's move these down a bit. This is the energies that you have been harnessing that has led you to this stage here. This is your environmental energy. This is the most likely outcome. Okay? Whoop. And this card is kind of begging to be, wow. Okay, so now I feel like the cards, speak to me, even if, let's say, they don't pop out or, I don't pull them in the actual spread itself. I feel like certain cards, they just, they speak, and kind of like how it somehow popped up, and I felt like I should be flipping that card over, even though, the bottom of the deck is usually flipped over anyways to kind of get a sense of the theme of the reading. It's so interesting that it is the world, because Leo's December 2016 reading was the same card that was pulled, I believe, on the bottom of the deck in this position here. So interesting. Definitely I feel like there are some universal collective energies that are coming together, moving forward. Major arcanas, big thematic changes in the archetype of one's being, really. So this is a huge transformational stage, whatever is going on, from the day to day. And as we sparse out the details and the minor energies, really what's happening is it's leading to this greater stage in your life. So let's kind of first, we can focus on the world first. So the world is major arcana. It is really, when I look at this card, I get a sense of wholeness, completeness, the understanding in a way of the universe, right? And I see it really as kind of like an awakening of awareness, okay, that all are one, okay, that you're part of this greater collective body, okay, the being of the world itself. So in a way, in waking up to that, so there is, I feel, some sort of realization, recognition of your place in the world in this more holistic sense, conclusive sense, sense of belonging, even understanding your place in the world, understanding your belonging in the world, and really having more clarity with that. I'm really getting this theme of clarity, very much so, as I also mentioned when I was shuffling. So I really feel that this is an awareness, an awakening of some sort, a realization. This looks to me like an eye, and the eye is now open, right? So fascinating. Definitely there is a sort of step forward on your journey, on a deep level, spiritual level, so, and other. So let us move forward. I'll first take a look at just the general elements, to get a sense of what is being focused on. So, the deep past, wow, these two cards are so similar. Swords. Okay, swords. So swords are representative of air energy, the intellectual energy, the intellectual mind, and they can signify strife of some sort. They're sharp, they're like daggers, right? So you have to be careful how you handle the sword. Generally, if a lot of swords are popping up in a reading, it's usually somewhat of a sign of, especially depending on the number, it's usually a sign of some sort of discord of some sort of maybe even argument, some sort of verbal spat or dispute that's going on. Okay, the battle of the intellectual minds type of thing, living very much in your mind, and through your logical processing center, if that's what you want to call it. So you had very heavy sword-like energy coming forward from your past. So that's what you have been dealing with in your deep past and then in your recent past. But wow, what's wonderful is that there is this sort of revival, it feels like, okay, of the emotional self. Just this transformation of your being on another level, just this elevation almost, even if you want to call it that, that has in a way flown away from this situation. And I just want to make sure that you can see that. Yeah, you can see. Okay, good. So I know it's a little bit dark perhaps, but hopefully you can see it. So, you know, if you look at these two cards and then you look at the card next to it, which is your current situation of the two lovers, the lovers are flying away from this sword situation, which is great. Moving on to greener pastures, moving forward, positivity, leaving behind whatever this, just this entanglement of verbal dispute was. Even if it's just in your mind even, right? With yourself, okay? And if you look at these two cards, the swords are very much pointed to, you know, these swords are pointed to this cocoon of this butterfly waiting to just be born into the world and fly and flutter away. And so in a way, you know, this sword is also coming at it from this angle. So, and we'll get more into those energies, but what's just beautiful as a theme I'm seeing is this sense of flight. Okay, and the contrast between these swords and nature. Okay, nature, vulnerability, animals. Okay, innocence, love, wholeheartedness. So, and again, worms here, worms. Okay, so, and you know, it's kind of like the butterfly, right, that was waiting to be hatched has now, in a way, flown off. So there is this progression, definitely, okay, of this swords energy, and swords don't really appear. They don't. You have no swords in your spread other than in your deep past. So this is energy that is, in a way, that has been swept away, that you've completed. And let's see how many swords we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. And we have how many swords here? 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So, interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I will say this, because this came to mind right now. So starting with this 8 of Swords, right, and then kind of moving forward to the 5 of Swords, I get this sense of this was a situation that you were kind of waiting in, that you were sitting in, you were in a way dependent on it. Okay, you were in a way dependent on it. So, but you were waiting, right? And when it comes to the 5 of Swords, right, it's almost like if you look at the arrangement of these swords and with these worms, it's kind of like they all are kind of being brought to this point, almost like a standstill. Okay, so in a way it's like this situation perhaps just got to the point where it was, you had reached the end and you were like, okay, that's it, need to move on with this energy. Okay, there was some sort of needing to move on, fly away, free like a bird, okay, in harmony, nature. All right, so a rebirth of some sort, definitely, it seems like, in this sense. Okay, great, it's good, flowing energy. So then we have over here with what's helping or hindering you, we have Wands, the 3 of Wands, okay? And then moving forward to the near future, we have the Magician, Major Arcana. Okay, beautiful. So another Major Arcana, my god, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Major Arcana. I mean, this is transformational. Okay, transformational. Especially you have these Major Arcana in your positions, in your progressional positions, meaning your final outcome. Okay, meaning your near future, meaning your current situation. So you are definitely making a step-by-step progress forward, measured, which is kind of what I was saying as I was shuffling. I was getting this sense of moving forward. You know, you're on task, sort of, even if it's not in a calculated way, but just feeling like you are spinning on this wheel, moving forward on your path and on your journey. So keeping your head up high, not getting bogged down with whatever swords situation there was in your past. You're stepping away from that. You're saying, I'm done, flying up high ahead and really moving forward on my journey. Okay, taking the bull by the horns, taking the reins, okay, again, on your life or on your situation. Great. It's definitely a steadiness, more stability. Definitely stepping into your own, into your power, okay. And then as your hopes and your fears, we have Pentacles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have Pentacles, Earth energy, okay. This could be in regards to finances. All right. The financial aspect of things. So there hasn't been talk of Pentacles until actually 3, 4, 5, the most likely outcome. So, you know, it seems like there is a correspondence somewhat of your hopes and your fears to, and I kind of look at this as your expectations in a way, like what you're anticipating, and what, you know, your energetic next step is kind of to be or will be. So then moving forward, we have the 6 of Wands. Okay, Wands energy, fire. Okay, fire. Action, movement forward, change, transformation, even in a way, right? And we have so many themes of flight, okay, of animals, okay, of nature. I'm getting that vibe very strongly. Okay. The butterfly. The butterfly. The 2 lovebirds, the doves. Okay, there's this huge, this stage, okay, the journey, the path of this butterfly is definitely finding a progressive way forward. So in a way, it's like you're being hatched. A part of you is being hatched and let out into the world. Beautiful. Okay. Let me make sure it's on and recording. Great. So then moving forward into your environmental energies, you have the Emperor, Major Arcana, another transformational card. Okay, so there is a big transformation of your environment. Okay, this is kind of what I'm feeling with this card, is that your environment is taking on this transformation. Okay. And then as your most likely outcome in terms of your energetic path moving forward, given these energies, you have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so again, going back to your anticipations, what you're focusing on, your hopes and your fears. Okay. So now that we got kind of an overview, let's sparse out the details here. Again, deep past, recent past. Okay, you have just a situation of almost feeling even attacked. Okay, in some way, feeling like your vulnerability is at stake. Okay, this is the energy that you were kind of waiting in. Okay, waiting for this period to be over, feeling like you just had to go along with whatever this situation was. Okay, it was something that you just had to, grin and bear, and move through. It is, I feel like you knew that it was something that you had to experience, kind of like how the butterfly has to experience this stage of being in the cocoon in order to one day fly. So there was this, and again, the butterfly is suspended from this sword at the top. So you were at the mercy of whatever this situation was. So there was a sense of putting up with a situation of this nature, and waiting for it to be over. Okay. And then in your recent past, you have the 5 of Swords. So in a way, it's like you're going from an 8 to a 5. That's a digression. So it's almost as if you were in this situation and then you inched your way out. Inchworm, inched your way out, okay? You inched your way out of that situation. You slowly stepped out of that situation until it's almost like you woke up to it. It's like the butterfly waking up. You woke up to this situation, whatever this was. There are less swords now, okay? And now there was a serious, almost like a breaking point, okay? Breaking point that you decided. I feel like there was a decision, okay? You decided something, okay? Like enough was enough. Time to move forward. Then, as we mentioned, you have the Lovers in your current situation. Beautiful. Flying away from whatever this situation was. A definite progression. Okay, definite progression. This could also be you and a lover. You uniting, leaving this old situation behind. Even be it a person or a career that had this kind of, took on this kind of personality almost, okay? Flying away from this situation and uniting with something much more positive, okay, and much more satisfying on many different levels, okay? A situation that allows you to be, and allows you to be who you are, okay, and accepts you for who you are. And these 2 cards, these swords are like attacking this butterfly, okay, this sense of vulnerability at stake, on the stake, okay? So you were pinned in whatever situation this was. You were pinned into a corner almost, okay? And now you are flying free. Ooh. Flying free. You're not at the mercy of this situation, okay? So whatever situation you're in now is a positive step forward. Good, very good. Then the card of what's helping or hindering you. I look at this card as this is the energy at hand. Now, it depends on how you look at it in order to determine if it's going to help you or if it's going to hinder you. If you take this energy in a positive way and you take the light and the positive side of this energy or this situation, then you're going to be able to harness its positive what's the word for it? The positive results, okay, that would come from harnessing an energy like this. One second. So when we look at this card, right, the 3, the number 3. Okay, the 3 of Wands. 3 is a stable number. Okay, it's stable in the sense that, think about a triangle. That's the most powerful formation. Okay, when you have the triangular formation, it's kind of like something is, I don't want to say locked in, right? But something that is contained in a very stable, supportive way. Okay. Now, when you look at this card, okay, you have these 3 wands tied up together, like tent poles almost. Okay, like a teepee. If you flip it upside down, it looks kind of like a teepee. And inside of this triangular space that's created by these wands is this magnetic, colorful, just magical looking reservoir or space, which reminds me very much of the globe on the High Priestess card, okay? And even of the colors on the outer ring of the World card. Okay, so something here is, this is almost like a portal. Okay, that's the feeling I'm getting. Okay, it's a portal that is responding and relating, not responding, but related to this very transformational next step in your journey. Okay, so, and which does make sense because it is the energy that you are working with, okay, to move in whatever direction you're moving in. So it has to do with your progression. It has to do with your final outcome in this. I mean, through the grapevine, right? It does. So, as everything does. But anyways, this energy is, I'm getting the sense of, this is an opportunity, okay? And if you're taking this opportunity, okay, and flying with it, it's almost as if these 2 birds are flying through this portal. You see how these cards together kind of give that illusion, right? Now, and just the color scheme, it's almost like, hey, this is for you. This is your way out of this situation and into the next stage and step in your life, okay? It's almost like a signpost for these 2 birds, right? Because of the color scheme that's matching. So now when we look at wands, right, the element of wands are fire energy, action, moving forward, right? Which is just so much in line with what this card represents. The lovers, right? The 2 doves flying together in flight in the sky. Wands are very much in line with that same Ooh, Bandit, what is it? Relax, that's okay. Sorry guys. 1 second. Bandit, hey. Bandit, come. Okay, so where were we? Very much in line with this energy. Okay, these cards both speak of movement forward, action of some sort, okay? Change. Actually doing something about it. There is this movement of your path, this progression. So it's almost like these 2 birds are flying through this portal, okay? And into this new world, okay, this new awareness, this new existence, okay, this new perspective and perception of the world, okay? The High Priestess, the most spiritual card. the most intuitive card. So definitely I'm feeling like an otherworldliness to whatever this situation that you're in now. So, and this is a highly creative energy as well. I mean, wands are the suit of fire. Fire rules Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Okay, so, you know, what, be it if this is the situation that you're in with someone, right? Your relationship or whatever the situation is, this venture, this, even just this awareness that you guys have, or that you have on your own, is taking on this very, just this vibe of embarking on a new and exciting, otherworldly kind of journey. Okay? One that's really expanding your mind and your consciousness on some level, in some way. So, this is the energy that lies at your feet. This portal, this opportunity, this next stage, right? So, I definitely get the sense that this is helping you move forward. It is offering you that next stage. And it is, in a way, that next stage. So the energies are very just so conducive to this new beginning that you're moving into, or just this transformation. So then when we're moving forward into the near future, wow, you guys have the Magician. Another major arcana. Okay, so again, speaking so much of transformation. Okay, so it's kind of like this new beginning is leading to this this new step and this new stage. Okay, so if we take a look at the Magician, and you can see so the Magician is very much like the alchemist of his life or her life. All right. Very much the alchemist, very much this fusion of all elements of oneself, just bringing everything together in a sort of magical, mystical, natural, intuitive, spiritual way. Okay? And in a confident way also. I mean, if you look at this leopard, he's just sitting chiefly. He's feeling confident, and he's feeling at one with the universe. Okay, he's really stepping into his own power. This really speaks of power. It's a power card. It's a it's really about coming into purpose, right? Coming into your purpose, understanding your purpose in the world, okay? Understanding yourself through these experiences, really being yourself, okay? And we're just seeing so much color, so colorful, so colorful. All right, so, and you have every element as, you know, an icon on this card represented. You have a sword, you have a pentacle, you have a cup, you have a wand, you have all four elements represented: earth, wind, water, fire. And so there's definitely this sense of coming together, the coming together of all parts of who you are and who you see yourself to be in a very harmonious, understanding way. There's a lot more clarity, I see a lot more clarity here. Okay. So there's definitely a balance, right? Before there was swords, heavy swords energy. And now there is a balance. Okay, there's been a reawakening, a revival of this other aspect of your being, of who you are, rediscovering yourself in a new way, in another way, and this is really taking form, okay, in your near future. So this is great. This is definitely a progression. Then, as your hopes and your fears, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so now when you look at this card, there's a feeling of just infancy, right? Just not being quite ripe. Okay, pentacles are earth, signifying the tangible aspects of life, right? Not like the emotional aspects like the cups speak to. Not like, the swords aspects, which speak to your mental, intellectual, logical self or aspect. But really to the tangible, the things that you work towards in a material sense, your success, your career, what it actually means in reality in a way, right? So it's almost like the sobering up, right? While you have this new beginning, right? And you are just excited and you're moving with it and you're flowing with it. There is like this sobering fear perhaps that is making you think about the tangible aspects of whatever this situation is. What is this actually going to mean? What is this going to turn into, right? Kind of thing. Kind of thinking is maybe what is coming to mind as you're moving forward. And it is kind of like when you look at these two cards next to each other, the Magician, the Leopard, is looking over to this Six of Pentacles. Yes, he's confident sitting here. He has everything here. He understands his place in the world now. But his eye is he's somewhat distracted by this Six of Pentacles. Okay? Thinking perhaps about this, the perhaps financial reality, okay? The material reality of this new stage that he's stepping into in his life. Okay, so that could be a matter of concern for you, okay? As you move and you step into this energy, right, you could be concerned about how this is going to translate, in a way, how this new stage in your life is going to translate in the material world, right? You're kind of maybe unsure of how this new beginning, right, these seeds that you're now planting, what they're going to grow to become, what they're going to grow into. So then moving forward into your final outcome, you have the High Priestess, okay, which is just great when we're looking at a progression and a transformation of the self, right? And we're looking at a lot of major arcana cards, okay? So you're definitely going to be moving forward, I feel, in this way. You're going to be working with your intuition more, okay? As you perhaps even ponder this, okay? You're going to, I feel like this is not going to stop you. It's just something that you're thinking about, okay? But you're not going to let it deter you from your path. Not at all. I don't get that feeling, because if you look at these three cards together as well, these two leopard-like figures, the tiger and the leopard, they're looking straight at this Six of Pentacles, kind of like gridlocking it in, like, like, right? So in a way, right, this on one hand could signify that there is this sense of comfort with this, even though it could be a concern. You're not so concerned, right, that you're now you're running back to any old situation, okay? So there is this sense of just pondering it, right? Pondering it. This sense of feeling like it is a passing question. It's something you're thinking about, but not enough, not to the degree that it would throw you off and thwart you from your progress forward with this new beginning, this new very spiritual beginning that speaks to your, your place in the world and your sense of belonging, even, or your self-belonging. So definitely I feel also that there is this sense of pondering it, right? But not from an emotionally charged place, not from like a just an analysis kind of perspective, right? Of like if we had a lot of swords energy, right, mixed in somewhere here, let's say, that would give the sense of maybe, oh God, like overthinking whatever this situation or this potential fear is. But you don't. You have the high priestess, major arcana, and the magician, major arcana, both sandwiching this earth energy. So I feel like definitely that's going to be the overpowering energy of the month. It's going to be kind of pacifying whatever fear this is. You're going to be stepping forward into your path in a very grounded, solid way, like steps forward. Okay, so there is definitely this sense of stability. Okay, these two pillars. But they are both looking at the Six of Pentacles, so you it's something that you will be thinking about, okay, even in your final outcome, even as the High Priestess, okay, the master of the universe, right? Calm, cool, collected, intuitive, spiritual, just connected to everything, understanding the interconnectedness of the world, of the universe, and beyond. So a cool cat, right? You're gonna be there's gonna be this stableness to you, this stability, and within that you're gonna be contemplating this, but in a confident, in a comfortable way. Okay, not a concerned way. Okay. Now, moving forward to the energy that is crowning you, that has crowned you, that has been helping bring you to this place that you are at now. So this is the energy that you've been harnessing, okay, that's helped lead to this, the Lover's card. And we have this Six of Wands, okay? So definitely Six of Wands. Wands are, again, fire energy, okay, moving forward, right? It's the energy, again, of what you will be harnessing, okay, to move forward into your next stage. Okay, so definitely step-by-step progressions are happening. There is this sort of mirroring, okay, of movements forward. And this stepping into situations, okay? So there has been this sense of action, of moving forward, okay, of rising above from a situation that was that you no longer found something of value in it, okay, which is very much the feeling of this Five of Swords, right? The standstill. You no longer wanted to be a part of whatever this situation was. You were ready to move forward from it and on from it into greener pastures, rising up. Okay, the butterfly was reborn. The butterfly was born. So very much, very much flying up. These cards are just flying up now. So definitely this just boom, I feel like all of a sudden you just cut that cord and you just flew, right? Let go of the balloon and it just floats. So definitely that kind of energy. You allowed this change to happen. You flowed with it, okay, and you allowed the natural course of changes to take place. And that kind of led to this flight, okay, that you're now in. So, and also another thing that is interesting, speaking of progressions, okay, movement forward, you have a 5 here in your recent past, and this is now a 6 of Wands. So progression from 5 to 6, a 5 in this old situation, just boom, hopping into this new situation of a 6 and being born. Okay. Then you have the Emperor for your environmental energies. And I want to say another thing. Going back quickly to this, I feel like you also very quickly, like almost as if it was natural to you, it came naturally to you to switch into this new form of being, this new way of thinking, of doing things, right? You had no hesitation in a way to let go of whatever this situation was, right? Once it got to this, you just floated right out of there. So there was this, in a way, this sense of easy transition from this stage to this stage. Okay, so I just want to mention that. Now, with your environmental energies, you have the Emperor, another major arcana, okay? So something about your environment is taking on a new form, okay? When we have the Emperor really speaks to it is a very stable card. When you look at the Emperor, right? What is the Emperor? The Emperor is this tree, right? This just this towering tree. Okay, just dead in the center, right? And very much this, again, the theme of nature, okay, with the tree. Very much this sprouting, this growth, but this maturity, okay, this something that you can rely on, something that is grounded for you, grounding, okay, nourishing, nurturing, okay. So just like the butterfly that's rising and taking flight, okay, there is this sort of grounding, stable energy that you can kind of rely on, it seems, as you move forward on your journey. This could be someone in your midst who takes on this kind of this nature, okay, of being. And the Emperor is a very fatherly type of persona, okay, if we're looking at it as a person, okay, it's logic, stability, protection, right? It's like the grandfather in a way. That's like how I kind of see it. It's a mature, stable energy. So this could be someone in your environment that is sort of grounding you through this process, that is sort of providing this firm stability, right? Supportive, very supportive, someone who is supporting this transformation and standing by you. And it could potentially for some people be someone who is kind of like maybe again like the sobering, okay, of this transformation or this situation, the sobering. Hey there guys, so I had filmed the rest of it and then looked at the camera at the very end and saw it wasn't recording. So I had actually ended up pulling an extra card on this not final outcome, this is the final outcome, but the most likely outcome, the energetic pathway that you're moving towards and into. So anyways, we left off on the Emperor, right, who seems to be related to this Pentacles. It's an earth energy, a grounded energy. Someone stable, okay, somebody, if it is someone, right, someone stable in your environment who is almost like kind of like your rock, right? Which is a little bit paradoxical, right? When we're looking at these two cards together, while you're moving up and you're taking flight, there is this sort of counterpart, okay, in your environment, something that is grounding, something that is kind of helping you form your roots in some sort of situation. It's a very mature energy. So this could be your environment, right, which is taking on this transformation, as it is a major arcana card, or your environment that is grounded and stable in some way, okay, very nurturing. It's a very nurturing energy. But it's not the most spontaneous, right? It's related more to the earth, right? And when we look at this sun, or this moon figure in the sky, it looks very much also in color, okay, and shape to the pentacles on the Six of Pentacles card. So this person could be related to the physical, tangible next step forward in your journey with this transformation. Okay, they could be related to that in some way. Or they could simply be the situation that you are facing, that you're in, your environment, while you are flying up and you're trying to move forward. There is this kind of very strong this situation that has been there for a while, okay, something that is mature, is aged, okay, is reliable, definitely getting that message, reliability, something reliable. But when we move forward, right, into the next card, this is the kind of progression, okay, given these energies, what you're kind of moving into. And I sense that when we look at this, it's the Five of Pentacles, again, Earth, okay, corresponding to Earth, and they're right on top of each other, okay, and it's almost like there's a teardrop of this flower that's falling down on this vision, on this expectation, your anticipation of how things are going to manifest in the real world. So perhaps for some of you, if this person is indeed attached in some way to the financial or material outcome of what this transformation for you, or this next step forward on your journey, is actually going to turn into, there could be this sort of, I'm getting a sense of not as you expected, okay? I'm getting this message of in a way, don't get too attached to or too focused on what you think this, what these pentacles look like, what you think the situation could look like or be or become, or what it could grow to become in the future, right? Because we're going from a 6, your expectations, your anticipation, 6, but still with wonder, still wondering, contemplating what it could become, to a 5, which is kind of like, in a way, the sobering reality of how things are going to be moving forward. Maybe not at the pace that you were thinking or you were expecting. Okay, and maybe somehow this, if this is an individual, this individual is involved with this material movement forward. So when it's paired also with this 8 of Wands, right? Wands are really speaking again to the action, the change, the movement, news, okay? And when we look at this card in particular, it's like the lightning bolt, okay? Sudden news. So you could become informed. Sorry about that. The phone cut off. So, anyways, I was saying that there could be some sort of news, something that surprises you, that awakens a new understanding and a new perspective on what this could even be. Okay, it makes you kind of rethink about your perspective of this financial form, manifestation that this transformation takes on for you. So I think it might be saying, hey, you know what? Things might not be as you are envisioning them right now, as you see them right now. You might not be able to even see what this situation is going to be like financially right now. Okay? And there is going to be some sort of news, it seems like, that wakes you up to that, that awakens you to that. Okay, and this, if this is a person, and if this person is related to the financial outlook of whatever this transformation is, then this news could be in regards to this person also. Okay, so there could be this reevaluating, reassessing, rerouting of realignment of perspective, okay, of your outlook on the financial aspect of whatever this is. Okay, so a change in perspective in that way, and I see this as kind of like a breakthrough, almost even like an opening of the mind, okay, that shakes up this, whatever you had been kind of focusing on, okay? So just keep an open mind as you move forward with this. You have so many strong cards around you and surrounding this financial situation or aspect of this transformation. So definitely listen to your intuition as you move forward, okay, as it seems definitely you will be. I don't see the situation at all thwarting your progression forward, okay, in your movement, in the transitions, okay, from stage to stage in your journey. So you know, you have this very stable energy of the Emperor here, of the Major Arcana. You have the world, the all-knowingness in a way, right? That the universe is of the world and the world is of the universe. And the Magician, right? The suit of empowerment, okay, of stepping into your own power. And the High Priestess, the most intuitive sign in the deck. Most intuitive card in the deck. The Alchemist, creating your world, okay? So you're coming in with such a strong, these two almost pillar-like formations that are forming structures around whatever this situation is. So definitely there is a guidance, it seems, through this process, and it just might not be as you expect. It might be, you know, otherworldly, right? There is still a magic to these cards. There's still a magic to the universe in the way that things move forward, right? There's a lack of expectation. We would have never expected from this situation to come this situation. Such starkly different energies, right? We would never expect from this pile of rubble of discarded wands and sticks and ashes to rise a beautiful, colorful butterfly. So there's this element of keeping the mind open, going with the flow flying, right? There's a natural progression that's taking place, okay? You're definitely moving along into it and forward with it, taking in this opportunity, this energy of moving forward, okay? And so as you continue to harness that, right, you're really stepping into this next stage forward, right, in your journey, with an open mind. So very empowering energy, very guided energy, very positive. So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope this was, please do let me know in the comments how this resonated with you. Always curious to know what you guys think. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your December, Libra. All right. Have a great rest of the month. I'll see you next time. Bye.